Picture this. You're on a routine spacewalk, snapping a selfie for the ultimate profile picture when your tether snaps. You start drifting toward a patch of space where a star used to be, except now it's just gone. Not empty, missing. No twinkle, no glow, just a smudge of darker dark. That nothing is about to become the most eventful nothing of your life. So before we find out just how badly this selfie idea backfires, let's talk about what actually happens when you fall into a black hole. First, where do these things even come from? A black hole is born when a massive star runs out of fuel. For millions of years, the star's core has been in a tug of war, gravity pulling in, nuclear fusion pushing out. The moment the fuel runs dry, gravity wins, instantly. The core collapses in on itself in a fraction of a second. The outer layers detonate in a supernova, and what's left behind is a point of gravity so intense that not even light can outrun it. Some black holes form this quiet, lonely way, one star at a time. The truly gigantic ones may grow bigger still by merging with other black holes over billions of years. In short, stars don't just die. Some of them collapse into something that eats light for breakfast, then keeps eating. Now, back to your very bad day. As you drift closer, you cross an invisible line called the event horizon. This is the actual point of no return, not a metaphor, an actual law of physics. Beyond it, the speed you'd need to escape is faster than light itself, and nothing, absolutely nothing, breaks that speed limit. Once you're past that line, the universe stops accepting your cancellation request. But here's the twist. What happens next depends entirely on which kind of black hole grabbed you. There are two main types. Stellar mass black holes are the smaller one, formed from dead stars, usually just a few to a few dozen times heavier than our sun. Supermassive black holes are the ones sitting at the centers of galaxies, weighing millions or even billions of solar masses. And here's the part that breaks people's brains. The smaller ones are actually the more violent ride. If you fall toward a stellar mass black hole, its gravity is so concentrated that the pull on your feet becomes noticeably stronger than the pull on your head, long before you even reach the event horizon. Your body gets stretched, thinner and thinner, into a very unfortunate noodle shape. Scientists actually call this spaghettification, which is either the funniest or the most horrifying word in astrophysics, depending on which end of you goes first. Fall toward a supermassive black hole instead, and things get weirdly calmer. Its gravity is spread across such a massive area that you could cross the event horizon fully intact. No stretching, no noodle jokes, nothing announcing the moment it happens. You just keep falling, and falling, until you reach the singularity at the center, where all the mass gets crushed into an infinitely small point, and so, eventually, do you. Here's where it gets stranger. While you're experiencing your very final freefall, anyone watching from a safe distance sees something completely different. To them, you appear to slow down the closer you get to the horizon, your image stretching and dimming, until you seem to freeze there forever, fading like a photo left out in the sun. Congratulations, you've become wallpaper. You've technically fallen in. From the outside, you never quite finish. That's what happens when gravity this strong starts bending time itself, until, at the horizon, time and space essentially trade jobs. Time stops mattering, and falling forward becomes as unavoidable as tomorrow. And what's actually inside, past the singularity? Nobody knows. Our best physics simply stops working there. Some researchers float wild ideas, like the interior connecting to another region of space entirely. But none of it is confirmed, and most physicists treat it as untested theory rather than fact. Even Einstein's equations throw up their hands and say, "Not my department." Quick fact before we go. The closest confirmed black hole to Earth is called Gaia BH1, sitting about 1,600 light-years away, roughly 10 times the mass of our sun. Close enough to have a name, far enough that your spacewalk selfie is still safe. Probably. That's what if you fell into a black hole. If your brain just got stretched a little too, in the good way. Hit subscribe for more Please Don't Try This at Home science. See you in the next one, assuming the universe lets you leave.